Your bank is legally allowed to hold your Social Security money for up to 9 business days. That's nearly 2 full weeks of calendar time before letting you touch a single dollar of it. And for most seniors who run into this, the hold comes with zero warning. One day your deposit arrives like clockwork. The next month, after something as simple as switching to a new bank account, your entire payment sits frozen in pending status while your rent is due. Your prescriptions are waiting, and your automatic bills start bouncing. This is not a glitch. It's a federal regulation, and the banks are following it exactly as written. But there's a fix that eliminates this hold completely, and almost nobody over 65 knows about it. Stay with me, because I'm going to show you the 4 situations that trigger a hold on your Social Security money. The federal rule your bank is using to justify it, and the one setting change that makes your payment available the very next business day, guaranteed by law. And there's a critical difference between how your money arrives that most people have never been told about. One method gives your bank legal permission to hold your money for up to 10 days. The other method requires them to release it by the next morning. Same money, same bank, completely different rules, and which one applies to you depends on a single setting in your Social Security account. I'll show you exactly which one you need in just a moment. The federal regulation your bank is using. Let me explain the law first, because once you understand it, the whole picture falls into place. There's a federal regulation called Regulation CC. It stands for the Expedited Funds Availability Act. This law tells every bank in the country how long they can hold different types of deposits before making the money available to you. It sets maximum hold times based on the type of deposit, the age of your account history, and the amount. For most standard check deposits, the bank must make the first $275 available by the next business day, and the rest within 2 business days. But there are 6 exceptions written into the regulation that allow the bank to extend that hold significantly, sometimes up to 7 or even 9 business days. And here's the part that matters most. Those 9 business days don't include weekends or federal holidays. So if a hold starts on a Thursday before a holiday weekend, you could be looking at 12 or 13 calendar days before a single dollar clears. Nearly 2 weeks without access to the money you depend on for survival. So what triggers these longer holds? There are 4 specific situations, and the first one is the trap that catches seniors who just switched banks. Trigger 1. The new account trap. This is the single most common way seniors get hit with a hold on their Social Security money. And almost nobody sees it coming. Under Regulation CC, any account that has been open for 30 days or fewer is classified as a new account during that window. The bank can hold virtually any deposit, including government checks, for up to 9 business days before making the funds available. Here's how it happens. A senior switches banks. Maybe their old bank closed a local branch. Maybe their children helped them set up a new account somewhere with better service. They update their Social Security direct deposit information. And on the next payment date, the money arrives at the new bank. But the new bank classifies the account as brand new. They apply the new account hold, and the senior's Social Security payment sits frozen for up to 9 business days while the bank establishes the relationship. The senior calls the bank. The bank says they are following federal rules. And they are. Regulation CC explicitly allows this. The money is there, it's just not available. And during those 9 business days, the senior's rent check bounces. Their prescription gets declined, and their automatic utility payment fails. But here's the part that makes this worse. It's not just new accounts that trigger a hold. There are 3 more situations. And the second one happens to people who have had the same bank account for years. Trigger 2. The overdraft history flag. If your account has been overdrawn 6 or more times in the past 6 months, or if your balance has been negative by more than $5,000 for 2 or more days during that period, the bank can apply an exception hold on any deposit you make. That hold can extend your funds availability by up to 7 additional business days. For a senior living on a fixed income, overdrafts often happen not because of careless spending, but because of timing. A bill hits on the 28th. The Social Security deposit arrives on the 3rd, and the gap creates an overdraft that triggers a $35 fee. If that pattern happens 6 times in 6 months, the bank flags the account as repeatedly overdrawn, and now every deposit, including your government payment, can be held longer. The worst part is that the bank doesn't always tell you the hold is happening until after the deposit arrives. You may see the money appear in your current balance but not in your available balance, and most seniors don't know the difference until a transaction is declined. Trigger 3. Large deposit holds. Under regulations CC, if you deposit checks totaling more than $6,725 in a single day, the bank can hold the amount over that threshold for up to 7 business days. The first portion must be made available within 2 business days, but everything above the threshold can be frozen. For most regular Social Security deposits, this doesn't apply. The average monthly benefit is about $2,071. But here's where it catches seniors off guard. If you receive a lump sum retroactive payment from the SSA, a catch-up for underpayments, a Fairness Act adjustment, or back pay from an approved claim, that payment can easily exceed the threshold and trigger a hold on the bulk of it. A senior who finally receives a $17,000 lump sum they've been waiting months for could find that only a portion is accessible immediately. The rest sits in hold for a week or more. Trigger 4. The paper check problem. This is the trigger tied to the 2026 federal transition, and it connects everything. When the government sends your Social Security payment by paper check and you walk into the bank and deposit it, the bank treats it as a check deposit. That means hold rules apply. Government checks must generally be made available by the next business day, but if any of the exception triggers are also present, new account, overdraft history, large amount, the hold can stack and extend. When the government sends your payment by electronic direct deposit, a completely different rule applies. Under regulations CC, direct deposits, electronic fund transfers, must be made available no later than the business day after the banking day on which the payment is received. That's the law. The bank cannot extend this with exception holds. Electronic is electronic, and the money must be released. This is the critical difference I promised you at the start. Check deposits can be held. Direct deposits cannot, not under the same rules. So here's the fix, the one change that eliminates nearly every hold problem, and it takes about 5 minutes. The fix. Set up proper electronic direct deposit. If your Social Security payment arrives as an electronic direct deposit, not a paper check, federal law requires your bank to make those funds available no later than the next business day. Period. No exception holds. No new account extensions on the electronic transfer itself. The money must be released. Here's how to make sure you're set up correctly. Step 1. Log into your My Social Security account at SSA.gov. Go to your payment information and confirm that your payment method is set to direct deposit, not paper check. Step 2. Verify that the routing number and account number on file match your current active bank account. Not the one you closed. Not the one from a merged bank. The account you use today. Step 3. If you recently switched banks, understand that the new account holds primarily Affix check deposits. Your electronic direct deposit should still be available the next business day, but to avoid any confusion, switch your direct deposit information at least one full payment cycle before you close the old account. This way, you can confirm the new deposit lands correctly before the old account goes dark. Step 4. If you don't have a bank account and are receiving paper checks, you have an alternative that avoids holds entirely. The Direct Express prepaid debit card program deposits your Social Security payment electronically onto a card each month. No bank account required. No hold. Available the day it arrives. Enroll at godirect.gov or call 1-800-967-6857. 5 more protections most seniors never set up. Beyond the direct deposit fix, there are 5 quick actions that prevent hold-related problems from ever catching you off guard. First, set up deposit alerts. Have your bank send you a text or email the moment any deposit over $100 lands in your account. This way, you know the instant your Social Security payment arrives or doesn't. Second, learn the difference between your current balance and your available balance. Your current balance includes money that's in the account but may be on hold. Your available balance is what you can actually spend. Before making any payment or purchase, check your available balance, not your current balance. Third, avoid overdrafts. If your account gets flagged as repeatedly overdrawn, you lose the shorter hold times. Call your bank and opt out of overdraft coverage on debit card transactions. The transaction will simply decline instead of triggering a fee and a flag. Fourth, keep your old account open for at least one full cycle after switching banks. This gives you a backup if the new account's first deposit has any issues. Close the old account only after you've confirmed the new direct deposit works. Fifth, if you believe your bank is holding your money longer than the law allows, file a complaint. The Office of the Comptroller of the Currency handles complaints against national banks. The CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, handles complaints against all types of financial institutions. Under Regulations CC, the bank must provide you with written notice explaining why a hold was placed and when funds will be available. If they can't produce that notice, they may be violating the law. What to do if your money is on hold right now? If you're watching this and your Social Security payment is currently frozen, here's what to do immediately. Call your bank and ask for the specific reason the hold was placed. They are required by law to tell you. Ask when the funds will be available. They must give you a specific date. If the hold is causing an immediate hardship, you can't pay rent, buy food, or fill a prescription, ask the bank to release the hold early. Banks have the discretion to release holds before the maximum time if you ask. Not all will, but many do, especially for government deposits and established customers. If the hold is on a paper check deposit, ask the bank whether switching to electronic direct deposit would avoid the hold in the future. In almost every case, the answer is yes. Here's the bottom line. Your Social Security payment should be available to you the day after it arrives, and under federal law. It is. As long as it arrives electronically. A paper check opens the door to holds. A new account extends them. An overdraft history makes them longer. But proper electronic direct deposit, pointed at a stable, active account, eliminates nearly every hold problem the law allows. 5 minutes at SSA.gov. Confirm your payment method is direct deposit. Confirm your bank information is correct. That's it. That's the fix. And if you have a parent, a friend, or a neighbor over 65 who recently switched banks, or who's still receiving paper checks, send this to them today. One frozen payment at the wrong moment can cascade into bounced bills, overdraft fees, and weeks of financial chaos. The fix takes 5 minutes. The consequences of not knowing can last a month.